Thank you for joining us for another episode of Salon Noah TV. I am Nicole J, manager here at Salon Noah.
I'm Fonnie, owner here at Salon Noah.
Yes, we have another guest. I'm excited.
Yay, I'm excited.
I'm especially excited.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why in a second. But we have another king for our King Crush series.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
We are here today with Malik Sparrow.
Yes.
How are
What's
you?
up?
How
I'm good.
are you?
Can't complain.
Good.
Yeah.
This interview is especially special to me because
Yeah.
it's my baby. Yes, it's my baby. It's my brother. He's just my whole heart.
Yes.
He's just my whole heart.
Yes.
So introduce yourself to the Salon Noah.
How y'all doing? My name is Malik Sparrow. I'm 20 years old. I'm actually about to turn 21 on the 23rd
yes.
though. So it's lit. But
It's lit.
yeah, as you said, I'm an artist and innovator. I've been an artist for like as long as I can remember. As far as my brand goes, it's called KAPITOL. It started from me basically just doing graphic designs. I was around like 12,
Wow.
13, 11, something around there, 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I started doing graphic designs, just, doing them just for myself, just experimenting because I always like to draw. And then once I got the Photoshop and stuff on the computer, I was just into it. So I taught myself Photoshop, Illustrator, and then I started doing customer work and stuff like that.
Wow.
So a few years went by, I guess, maybe 2, really, that's all.
Yeah.
And then, you see, I'm young, so everything seems long to me. So after that, I kept doing the graphics, but then I kind of went into doing like shoe customs, sneaker customs, stuff like that. I got some on my feet, but I ain't trying to break my leg trying to show you right now. So, I was doing customs for like a good, maybe it seemed like a year and a half, off and on, 2 years, something like that. I did customs for like, for a lot of people, like local hip hop artists like Young Crazy, Breeze Barker, Lex Luger, who's actually a producer that people know about. He's more so international now, but he's from the area. Trinidad James, Stally, Future, Odell Beckham, London Zylo, and then a few others to name. I've also sent clothes and stuff too. But after a while, I don't know. I just kind of I always wanted to do clothes. You know what I mean? Like that was always something I wanted to do. Even when I was 13, we had it was like a little clothing line that we had, and it was called like Low Fun Opulence. Real talk, we was one of the first people out here that had like lines as far as, our generation.
I wore it, my son wore it.
And people was wearing it though, but, we was 13, so.
Wasn't trying to hear.
Yeah.
Coins weren't coming in like you wanted.
I mean, we won't.
They want serious.
Yeah,
we want serious, we want ready, we want,
business
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, once I started doing clothes, it was something that I kind of always wanted to do anyway. I took to it kind of naturally, I would say. And then, thankfully, I've been doing clothes now actually only for the past year and a half, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I've been getting a lot of good reception from it. I've sent off clothes to a number of different people. I have customers, not just like locally, but also like in different parts of the country. I've shipped certain stuff out of country as well. And that's just through the blessing of being able to, utilize social media.
Connect.
You know what I mean? And basically be able to reach a little further than, I guess, what our parents would be able to expect us to.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why, and that's why a lot of times, like, sometimes, our parents may not understand, like, how much bigger, this whole world just is in general. Like, you know what I mean? A different type of possibilities, opportunity is just more abundant because we have the internet, because we have phones, computers. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can be talented at what you do and not have a degree. And then the right person could discover you, or you can meet the right person, be in the right place, right time, and be in an even better situation than the next man who might have went to school. Now, nothing wrong with school at all, though. I'm just saying that, it's other ways now. Like, it's just the times is different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's really all about whether you go to school, whether you don't, whether you know what I'm saying, whatever you're doing. It's all about seizing the moment, you know what I'm saying, and seizing opportunity. At the end of the day, you can have a PhD, but if you just want to sit on the couch, you feel what I'm saying? You're going to have a PhD and watching TV, you feel what I'm saying? So it's all about what you do with what you got,
No, I can definitely relate to that because ultimately your career is supposed to make you happy.
Absolutely.
And sometimes people get jobs to appease their family, to appease their parents or their mate. And it's just so they can get a check, but ultimately they're not happy. And we're creatives as well, being stylists. So for us, I can just remember being young and my grandmother was like, "You're gonna leave your government job to be a hairstylist? That's crazy. Who leaves their government job?" I did.
I don't blame you at all.
Yeah, I did because I wanted to be happy, and I was there, and I just was not happy. So I totally can relate to what you're saying.
Definitely, yeah, same here. You know, starting off as a braider is like, that's not a real career. That's a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, and being able to expand the way I've been able to expand is definitely, like you said, you know, you have to use what you have, and you know, live within that purpose. Like, definitely live within that purpose and meaning and, you know, intent.
Yeah.
And the thing about, like, you know, y'all can probably relate to this too, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you love doing what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you. So you're not going to BS yourself.
Yeah,
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's
so
true.
it's like, if you love what you're doing, you're always going to put in like 120% because at the end of the day, it's really yourself. Like, you know, you actually putting your all into what you're doing. You're not just going to get no check cut from somebody else.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that is kind of just like some programming we just kind of got, you know what I'm saying, in our heads right now. You know what I mean? On, like, you know, based on society rules or, you know, like what people expect or, you know what I mean, different things like that. But we all know that, you know, the ones who are the bosses, the ones that take the chances. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, at the right times, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't seize no opportunity if you're comfortable not looking for it.
Yeah. Oh, jump.
You feel what I'm
Jump.
saying?
Exactly.
It runs in the family.
Yeah, Jim. Well, Malik, we have some questions for you because, you know, people are excited that you come to Salon Noah TV.
Yeah.
You're like a celebrity stylist and everything, so everybody, you know,
Definitely.
has questions. I want to talk about art, you know. Art, was that your favorite thing, like in school and drawing and stuff like that when you were younger? Was that your thing?
Yeah, I mean...
Because, you know, like most kids are into sports.
Nah,
You
yeah,
know what I
exactly.
mean?
And like, I played sports, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, all the way up until high school, you know what I mean? So, I was playing sports, you feel what I'm saying? So, it was
it
kind of
something like with the art that it just kept dragging
Nah,
you
like-
back to it? Or?
Yeah, like, it was kind of like, I was doing it more so on the back burner type deal, you know what I mean? Because I was more so focused on school and sports or whatever else. But then, once I stopped playing sports, I think I more so, you know, I just dove real deep into just, you know, getting really into the art. Like, I would be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning on the school night, drawing, you know, at my table, like every night, just sitting there drawing a little comics, just perfecting my craft, you know, doing different things, you know what I'm saying? And like, this is just something that just came to my head because I was thinking about what we was just talking about or whatever. Like, y'all can probably relate to this too, like, you know, people will say, you know, certain ways we going about, you know, being a boss is unorthodox, this, that, and the third. But y'all can definitely agree that, you know, once you consistently doing, you start to see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It starts to become addicting because of that. And a lot of times, you know, you can compare what you making doing your thing, what you love to do, to what you would be making doing something for somebody else. And in reality, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't seem to make sense as to why you would, you know, go and work some of these jobs that's available. You know what I mean? So, you know, especially at the time we are now, we got to be our own bosses. Like,
Absolutely.
it's just that time.
Definitely.
I probably went off on a whole different.
No,
No,
you're
you're
fine. No,
good.
you're actually
Real love.
dropping gems.
All the gems.
Yeah, for the
Because,
younger
I mean,
generation. Yeah, no, definitely.
That
I agree.
and because it relates to all industries.
Yes.
Like, I'm positive that the person who made, you know, this table didn't just decide, you know, I'm just gonna go work for someone else. He came out with his own table.
Yeah.
You know, whoever designed the cameras, the chairs, and things like that, they made it a point to dive into what they were passionate about, regardless of whether it was a chair, bicycle, or a shoe. To get their stuff out there. So definitely, it's definitely relatable. And like I said, it goes across all industries. If you're passionate about it, you're gonna be seen.
And then the craziest part about it is, you know what I'm saying, the man who invented this style of table, you know, this folding table, whatever you want to call it, you know. He came up with the foundation for this table. Now he got people working for that idea to accumulate more money for him based on his idea that he actually created. So now you got the one that you basically got the boss who we were talking about, who came up with the idea, and you got the people who don't really got no direction as to do the same thing working for him.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
definitely. So tell us about how you came up with your art name.
Oh, Capital. Oh, well, Capital stands for like the utmost innovation and creativity. That's why I call myself an artist, innovator. You know what I mean? Because I don't like to just say creativity, like, because I don't know, when I say creativity, like, maybe like people just kind of get a connotation like you have to be an artist, or you know what I'm saying? It has to be like you have to be doing some type of art form. You know what I mean? But being creative and innovative, you know, that stretches further than just, you know,
I agree.
Way further.
Yeah.
Way further than, you know, artistic practice. Like, and I feel like, you know, I want my what my brand stands for, or which is really myself. You know what I mean? I think it's just something that I don't know. I think everybody can be able to strive for everything that they're doing. You don't have to be an artist to be able to, you know, utilize the utmost innovation in what you're doing, or, you know, come up with new ideas, new ways to do things, you know, pushing boundaries instead of staying within them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be doing that in whatever practice that you're in. It's all about if you take the, you know, initiative to do so.
Yes. I know a little bit about your sneakers.
Oh, yeah.
Because I heard about them. It's such a small world. Yes. Like, if you're telling me, like, you're really, like, grinding and going hard with this, that time, I heard about that a long time ago. So, I mean, you are just awesome beyond your years, and that you're giving yourself credit for. You know, because some of the high schoolers were in love with your sneakers, and they were trying to get at you. So how do you work with that? Because sometimes when I know about sneakers, sometimes people say there's schemes and stuff, and how do you build the true, because it's all online, the new generation is into that, so how do you make your stuff genuine? Like, do you post testimonials? Like, how do you, as a client, if I want to get shoes done, how do you market that? Like, how do you know so people won't get scammed? Like, how can they avoid that? Like, how does that work?
I guess it just kind of comes with, like, a lot of times when, like, scammers, like, especially when it comes to you selling a physical item, they don't put, there's no face behind.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
what's
going on?
That's so true.
Yeah, so it's like, it's, I mean, and at the same time, it's like, if you're not going into it with that mentality, you don't got to worry about that. You know what I mean? Somebody pay to do something, you do it for them, and then it be that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gotcha. So look for a face behind.
Yeah, like, and it's like, you know, and no, I mean, not even just saying that. It's just like, it's like, my brand is myself, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? Any dishonorable acts being done through my brand is ultimately, you know what I'm saying, it's just me, you feel what I'm saying, like, and you know what I mean, you know, as growing businesses, so, you know, sole proprietorship, none of us are perfect, you know what I'm saying, certain things happen, but, you know, your intention, I feel like, is what it's about, and being able to, you know, allow space to basically, you know, perfect your craft, you know what I mean, within that, so.
Okay. Tell us about what motivates you.
I remember bro was in here, he was saying working, which is true for me too. Like, working on stuff motivates me the most. You're never as happy as when you're in the middle of doing what you love to do. And then it's like this moment of like euphoria when you're doing it, where you were just kind of lost in it for a second, and then you might just snap up like, oh, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and you was like, oh man, like, I'm just in here, like, I'm just doing it, not for real.
Hours
like,
done passed by, you didn't even realize.
No, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's real, and that's how you know that's how you know, like I was talking about, you all look up and it's 5 o'clock in the morning, having a meeting. You feel what I'm saying? Like, like, you look up and the sun coming up all of a sudden, you know what I mean? And like, you don't even realize you're tired until you see that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're so concentrated and focused on
you engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're engaged, and that's like, doing is, you know, one of the most influential things to doing more, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that you can make it work, make you want to make it work again and keep making it work.
Yes. Well, I know you brought some items for us, so we want to show our audience this amazing clothing items that you have.
Oh, as a matter of fact,
we love you. I
I'll
know
show you.
everybody. I recognize your sweatshirt.
Oh, okay.
Sweatsuit. Yeah, everybody wears that.
These some sweats that I did last year.
Okay.
I had these in the show. I really only had these pieces because we just had a show. I'll explain that to y'all after I show y'all the pieces because that's important too.
Yes.
But yeah, this is some orange sweatpants.
Okay.
This is the Capitol Premium hoodie and
I have that
and
hoodie.
red. Yeah, she got it in black and
I have
silver.
everything.
I got the personal in black and red.
You can have
I also do a lot of things where I get a lot more, one-of-one, custom-ish, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like jackets, stuff like that.
That's nice.
And then even like stuff that I paint.
Wow, you paint as well.
And actually these pants and the jacket were within the same collection. It's called Wrath and Glory. So it was basically like, you can see it's a bat and an eagle. It's like the wrath of night, glory of day. And that's kind of, what the whole vibe around that collection was about. I did a lot of different jackets and stuff like that around it, and some t-shirts too.
Okay.
But no, what I was going to actually say is, because this is actually very important, because I have these pieces right now with me because we just had our show at Virginia Museum of Fine Arts.
Which was dope.
It was very dope.
Yes, yes.
And it was April 7th, yep. And so it was called Serene Culture. The first one we did it last spring at VCU Depot. It was a sold out show. It went great. And so basically we wanted to bring it back again for a second time at Virginia Museum of Fine Arts. So we have been planning it for months and months, just like the last time. Extremely nervous, extremely stressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But on the day of, everything just went perfectly, went magically. Like, once again, sold out. The relationship with the venue was solid. You know what I mean? Like, everything just went good. Like, and the reception, it's just said just that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so dope to see like how you can like kind of mold a project from just the ground. You can plant the seed. You know what I'm saying? And then watch it literally just grow right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? When you get the right people on board who are serious. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all can accomplish like a lot of things, and that's kind of like what we doing now. Like, and there's so many other things in line just from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just looking like it's gonna be a good year. You know what I mean? A good year, good next 2 years. We already got the next one locked in for next April. At a bigger and better venue.
So April 2019.
April 20th, as a matter of fact.
Featuring Nicole J.
Yeah, you gotta be in the building. You know what I mean? But no, like the show was crazy. Follow our Instagram page at Serene Culture. We're gonna be doing a lot of other stuff real soon. Workshops. I don't mean to say too much, but a lot of other dope things we're gonna be doing. So y'all just stay tuned to that.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm trying not to cry, guys.
No, I'm like for real, I love your vibe. You're such a creative, but it's so true and it's so real. And when you're passionate about something, which me and Nikki are, like we're very passionate, we're strong personalities, and to just that creative vibe to just hear somebody else like say and speak what you feel. Like this moment is so real. Like we do a lot of these interviews, and each one I am finding a connection, and that's why I believe so hard in this King Crush and Queen Crush series. You're young, you haven't put in any time. You know what I mean? You're not 50, 60, 70 years old. And thriving. And I mean just honest and real about it. Down to every second, and humble.
Definitely.
I think I try.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
So no, I am like crushing.
we get it from my daddy. No, definitely, because he's accomplished a lot of things. And always remained very humble about it.
No, definitely.
And so, even though we might not have liked him growing up with all the lectures, we might not. We love the daddy, but them lectures was a whole nother level. But now we see so much of ourselves from what he used to talk to us about, and the things that he used to tell us would happen, and the things to look forward to, and things like that. And so, knowing and seeing and watching him grind. Granted, it was a different sector. Both of us are in in our field of artistry. the grind was still the same.
Yes, no,
the grind was still the same, and the accolades, they piled up.
Yeah.
And so to watch a man be so humble about all of the things that he's been able to accomplish, you have no choice but to pass that down. You have no choice but to pass that down, and that's one of the things that I love. Like I support everything that Capital R does. Yes. Like everything that he's been able to put out, at least within this last year. If I don't have it, my son has everything. Yeah, but
real talk.
Yeah, my son likes stuff.
Everything
Stuff as well. Yeah.
And it's because I believe in his dream. I believe in what he's doing, and I see his hustle. Like I remember the screen print shirts, and and you wash it, and it might fade a little bit, and now it's like everything is quality. Yeah. Everything. Like there's no cutting corners around anything that he does. So that's definitely what I appreciate. One other than you, my baby. Don't come for him. Shorty, tell us what your favorite canvas is. What do you love to be able to draw on or create on? What would be your favorite item?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. I think right now it's because I miss doing shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I miss doing it though.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? That
I
might
can
be
put
it.
in an order.
I mean, you can. But nah, like I don't know if I have like a favorite one, but I know I'm missing shoes right now. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing I always like to do is like stay versatile. So like I've done illustration, like drawing, animation, graphic design, obviously customization, video. You know what I'm saying? Like photography. I try to like event coordinating. I try to do like different things. So it's like I try not to like like marginalize myself into one thing. But at the same time, what's so crazy though? Like something I've been like just getting from like a lot of different interviews I've been watching and stuff like that. I don't know what it is, cause like I pride myself in being versatile, which is good. You know what I mean? I definitely do pride myself in that. But I always keep hearing like, I don't know, like you gotta just be good at one thing and really well. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, sometimes it's almost like an artistic battle with me, like, and it's just me, talking to y'all real quick, and I guess the people, but whatever, like, if you're good at multiple different things, or let's say you might be good at multiple different ways of styling hair, right? And it's like, you don't know which one exactly would be the one that's, you know what I'm saying, gonna have you styling hair at New York Fashion Week. You feel what I'm saying? In a year's time. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the same thing with me. It's like I even got like a comic book going, you know what I'm saying, that I know is like a really good idea, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't know if it's that or the customs or if it's these events. Sometimes it seems like it's everything. It's all of it. You know what I mean? Sometimes now, I don't know, now it just seems like it's more about leaving your mark on different projects. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll all just come together. Because like I was thinking like maybe like I don't know, like am I missing out on myself by not just honing in on one of these things?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say as a creative, I'm a master stylist, so I know how to do everything, but I'm known for natural hair. It's a niche. And then you take that niche, so natural hair, I do natural hair brides, I do natural hair color, so I center it around that. And I think as far as creatives now with social media, it's something that you can do. Like literally,
it's accessible. Everything, like your niche. I feel like your niche would be mastery. You master everything you touch. So that could be your that's your niche. I would say that's definitely something. It's so crazy how you go through the same things and not know it. Because that was one of the things that I struggled with. I started out as a infamous braider. Now I'm known for locks, and so people know that, she killed the game with braids. She killed the game with the natural style. She been doing natural since natural before natural became natural. Right? But now I'm I'm finding my interest in wanting to learn and know and grow more within the lock community. So it's not to say that I'm not still good at braiding. It's not to say that I'm not still good at doing different natural hairstyles, but I'm just focusing right now on my locks, you know. So again, my niche would be my mastery, you know, the same as yours. Same as yours.
And I can feel that though, because like, even like artists, like visual artists who do a lot of painting and stuff, you know, like certain periods of time, you know, their paintings might look a certain way or they might have a certain hue to it. And another time in their life they look somewhat different, you know, and it's kind of based on how they're feeling at the moment. So it's kind of like, it could be kind of, you know, relatable to that same type of thing, like, you know, whatever you kind of more interested in at that time. I guess that's what you kind of go with. And I mean, it's a blessing that you can actually have the choice to do that. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, switch it up.
Especially without someone telling you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Tell us what your dream opportunity would be, other than working with your big sister.
You know, of course, other than working with you. You know what I'm saying? I guess, I don't know. It's hard to say because it's like, in which field of the things that I do is, you know what I'm saying? Like the opportunity that I'm really, you know, I don't know. I think maybe like something having to do with doing a major collaboration with a major brand or something.
Ooh, that'd be
or
dope.
Like a line of, like, I don't know, like a collection of shoes with like a major shoe company, or a collection, you know, whatever times Malik Sparrow, you know what I'm saying? Or
shoe companies,
you know,
tag them.
Like, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Getting opportunities to design with, you know, top creators, not even just to get exposure, just to learn from them, you know what I mean, and kind of see how they, you know, how they navigated through the game, because I got some of the most valuable jewels from the few conversations I've had with older people who came up doing similar things, because I mean, it's not too many, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the ones that I have talked to, like I've gotten some of the most powerful jewels from them, you know what I mean? So
that's amazing. That's really amazing. I can say one of the things that I personally love about what you do for other people is giving them exclusivity. Because, for instance, I can use my son as an example because he's what I see every day. He's who I see every day. But he loves to go to school and wait for someone to say, "Oh, I got those too." And he can say, "No, you don't."
What happened with them shoes that time?
They did. They swore. He made them a custom pair of shoes. They had a Lion King theme. It was Mufasa and Scar. And he went to school, and one of the students was like, "Oh, I got those." And he's like, "Oh yeah, where you get them from?" You know. And of course they made up some bogus story. And he's like, "No, but my uncle did this." Like, and he loves that. Like he loves to be that individual. So your brand gives him his own swag, you know, because it's not gonna be like the Levi jeans that everybody else has. It's not gonna be, oh, you have on a pair of sweatpants, but they're a pair of orange sweatpants with reflecting logo on them. You know what I mean? Those are the things that make him feel, this is mine. You know, this is mine. You can tell, like you can tell that
and that's good,
he exudes that, you know, and he doesn't want to look like everyone else. My son is almost 6'3". It's not hard to miss him, you know. So when you see him, he wants you to, like, one thing my dad has always told us is that you don't have to have all the money, but you always need to look good, you know. And so that's his thing, like. Bruh, I ain't listen. I support this all day long, but I'm not going to throw my money into these big brands who don't even know who you are. You know? And so with that, being that it's so authentic and so full of quality and just, you know, there's a lot, you can tell that there's a lot of thought put into it. It gives him that chin up that a lot of kids these days need, because a lot of them are not walking around with their chins up because they're not being told that they're beautiful, they're not being told that they're handsome, they're not being told about their worth. And just by putting on something that from someone that you know and know you, it just gives you that of yes, definitely. And you can see it, and that's definitely one of the things that I completely appreciate about what you do for other people. Like, definitely. I put all my clients on. This is who page I be tagging y'all in.
Yes, no, definitely. And it's positive, you know what I mean? Because it's so much negativity, especially when you talk about the youth, African American youth. A lot of times that's just the baseline of it. You look at it. So to get this interview, a creative at your age, and just be positive and just exude positivity, that's amazing to me.
There's other ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's other ways, like, for real. Other ways.
Definitely. So, we thank you for coming to join us.
Appreciate
I ain't gonna
y'all.
peach his cheek anymore.
No, thank you,
Don't
Malik.
do that
Yes.
because he grown now.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, he's a king.
He is a king. He
You are
definitely
crushing.
is a king.
Thank you so
Definitely.
much.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
So many gems.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Listen, I have so many posts that I'm gonna make just off of this one interview.
Yeah, just interview.
Because
I got my whole
positive
life. Yeah, I got my whole life on
I need this video. Like,
But definitely, it's going to be on Salon Noir TV. We're going
Absolutely.
to air this, and
Absolutely.
I'm definitely excited to hear you guys have any replies. You know, you can always do that on this video, and tell everybody like how they can reach you.
Oh yeah, my Instagram is capital Art, KAPITOL Art. My personal is just Malik J Sparrow, MALIKJ Sparrow like the bird. And then my website is www.capitalartistry.com, but it's not KAPITOL, it's KVPITOL artistry.com.
So definitely make sure that you guys link with him. Definitely make sure that if you're female, you just send these coins and nothing else.
Big sis.
I am so proud. I am so proud of my brother, guys. I'm super proud.
proud of you
very.
You know what I'm saying?
Click the subscribe button and the bell so that you know when this episode is gonna air.
Yes.
Definitely in the next one, in the next one, in the next one.
Yes.
Until then, I am Nicole J. You can definitely make sure that you can connect with me at ADI by Nicole J. And
I am Fani, owner here at Salon Noir. You can follow me on Instagram at Salon Noir.
definitely, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And he is an artist. Sorry, not an artist.
Say that all the way over again.
I don't know what an artist is. It sounds like
I can't even edit that and make that right.
Okay, so.